Hello and welcome to Inside Business, making headlines. G20 ministers fail to agree to global bank tax, but agree to practical ways to reduce financial risks. Political leaders say adapting to change will lead the way to hosting multiple economic hubs in the Middle East. And we take a look at how the region can boost its role in the new world economic order. Markets in the GCC have begun the week on a negative note, including the UAE bourses. The DFM fell 1.84% to close at 1,513 points. Dartakaville gained by 5.61%. Losers included Dubai Islamic Bank, which fell by 2.4%, and MR down by 3.13%. 67 million shares were traded in total, valued at 112 million dirhams. In Abu Dhabi, the ADX also closed in the red, where the market fell by 1.29%. Abal's shares saw a 5.25% drop, its lowest in 6 months. This follows news that the company's board has not adopted any resolutions after a review of its financing and investment opportunities last Thursday. 47 million shares were traded in total, valued at 64 million dirhams. The Arab-Israeli conflict continues to be a thorn in development of business in the region. According to Fuad Signora, this combined with high levels of segregation between the countries of the region and a low level of tolerance to adapt to change will weaken a region that has an abundance to offer the rest of the world. In discussions led by Lebanon's former Prime Minister with top financial and business representatives at the Dubai Beirut Forum held today, Signora said that the region can hold more than one financial hub, but only if these international crossroads can complement each other rather than compete.
As the economy of the region develops, definitely there will be some hubs here and there. And one should not really look at them as to be, let's say, one excluding the other or eliminating the other. I would say that it will continue to be a region in which there are several hubs and they are complementing each other. I really look at the future with greater determination. I don't want to use the word with optimism or lack of or pessimism. This doesn't really apply. This is a state of mind. What really matters is the determination.
A proposal to impose a global tax on banks has been shelved by G20 finance ministers. The tax was aimed at making the financial industry bear the cost of bailouts. In a meeting held in South Korea, officials agreed that a range of policy alternatives need to be considered. Countries such as Japan, Brazil, China and Australia opposed the tax proposed by the IMF. Banks have warned that these costs may curb credit expansion and economic growth. One of the biggest challenges facing the GCC is unemployment, according to a report by management consultancy firm Booz & Company. Some of the factors that have led to this include an education system not well aligned with the needs of modern industry, citizens conditioned to expect government care, and often ineffective policies in immigration and retirement. The report further suggests that some unemployment is masked by overstaffing, quotas, and mismatch of skills with UAE national employment rates, standing at 14% in 2008. Many cultural changes need to be introduced to reverse this trend, as World Bank figures reveal that the region's labour force is expected to increase by 30% over the next decade, to cross the 20 million mark by 2020. And in our fast financial news, attempts to steal $14.4 billion from an unnamed bank have been foiled by Abu Dhabi police and the UAE Central Bank. Fake documents were submitted on behalf of the alleged ringleader of a gang who is wanted by Interpol. UAE courts can hear cases related to bounced checks as long as one party draws the check on a bank operating in the country. The Dubai Court of Cassation has said that it's applicable even if the check is handed over in a foreign country. The Gulf markets ended in the red today. Let's check in on those numbers now, starting off with the UAE general indexes. Coming up now, let's take a look at the major international currencies against the dirham, followed by the price of oil and the precious metals. On the way after the break, we discuss how new economic powerhouses will shape the 21st century. That's when Inside Business continues. Stay with us.